Punch, counterpunch. Romney and Obama duke it out in their first presidential debate. And little hands, little feet. We'll introduce you to Uganda's Green Army.
Inspired by the very young ones, there's growing fear that climate change is fast becoming a threat multiplier.
Thousands of children together with their parents.
Little Hands Go Green, now an army of 80,000 school children. A Ugandan market guru turned environmentalist, Joseph Masembe, is creating quite a buzz in the East African nation. He has started a campaign dubbed Uganda's Little Hands Go Green, and he's seeking to build an army of young patriots by hyping fruit tree planting using children.
Environmentalist Joseph Masembe, a marketing executive, has started a nationwide frenzy of fruit tree planting in the country.
Uganda's Little Hands Go Green is a very simple campaign and initiative. It sets out to ensure that every child in Uganda plants and owns a fruit tree. Now, people will ask, why fruit trees and why children? What is unique to our approach is the core understanding and belief that children have a proprietary interest in the future.
Now, this is no small campaign. It has actually caught the attention even of the highest authority in the land.
Oh, President Museveni.
Exactly.
Yes, President Museveni actually, I don't know whether it's politically correct, but I say Get Crushed, our biggest event last year on December 16th, when about 16,000 children gathered to celebrate a green Christmas party. Fruit tree planting is essential in today's climate change era. Yes. So the president was excited by the number of children that were present at a green event. And he came, said hello, urged them to read their books, plant their trees, and keep the movement green.
This is the second event of its kind organized by My Kid is a Superstar. Filled with fun for the children and environment conservation information, many parents agreed it was a day well spent.
I'm here today to have plants and seeds.
The idea is to instill in them a perspective of minding about the environment and how much they can contribute to it. But to what extent can children be the drivers for environment preservation?
Very much. Kids contribute a lot because kids are the future generation of this country. So even as Uganda Life Education Center, our main mandate is promoting conservation education with emphasis on younger children.
The children were asked to each have a tree of their own at home to grow with.
Yeah, I thank her because I've never planted a tree before. This is going to be my first. Yeah, we gave me this thing. That tree is for a mango. For the mango.
Slowly by slowly, we are creating a movement of green patriots who will not only love their country, but also love the environment that they actually live in. So let us implant it in them at a tender age that taking care of their future and their environment is their own responsibility.
For 3 years now, children have gathered once annually at a festival where they pick seedlings from fruit trees. They are then encouraged to plant as many trees as possible back in their communities. By involving children, environmentalists are hoping for a greener ecosystem inspired by the very young ones, preparing for their own future. It's playtime, but these children are also being taught to preserve the environment and how planting trees can help. All the children here are deaf, so sometimes need extra support.
So they are not kids who could grasp what we have taught them in a short time. So we keep on reminding them, keep on reminding them, keep on reminding them. So with time, they will catch up, then do what you want.
Some have already grasped it. Using sign language, this 12-year-old tells us how important trees are.
Without trees, there's no rain and the soil hardens. If we continue cutting down trees, in future we may not have what to eat.
Statistics from a state-run environment agency show that Uganda has lost more than 30% of its forest cover in the last decade. With the help of children, local NGO Little Hands Go Green has planted 80,000 trees to try and reverse this trend.
The first all-ever international climate change conference for children in Uganda has brought together over 200 child delegates representing different countries across the globe. The conference that was aimed at discussing the fight against climate change and its adverse effects noted with concern the rise in extreme weather patterns that has led to loss of human lives and animals.
There are very many effects of climate change, and these effects are really disturbing the peace of very many people in the environment.
People are becoming selfish. They're not bothering about our environment.
Every country in the world has a government, and I think the government has kept a blind eye about climate change.
There are fears that climate change is already making it harder for millions to feed their families, coupled with wild weather and unpredictable seasons that are causing chaos for farmers across the world.
Let's take that first step. Children are the future leaders of tomorrow. They will inherit this planet when we are long gone. So let us put it in their minds that taking care of the environment is their own responsibility, because their environment is their future.
The world is warming up. There are so many things that are disappearing that used to be there. Environmental goods that our grandparents and ourselves enjoyed when we were young, free of charge, they are disappearing. So there is a concern now.
How do you mobilize these kids across the nation and also create that excitement so that it's not just a one-time event?
Children love to be superstars. That is why we have the arm that says, my kid is a superstar. Now, our mobilization goes deep down inside the schools. First of all, we make sure that the schools are entrenched in this. So the schools, we plant a symbolic tree in every school we go to. We have now done about 140 trees. But then, we make sure that we give children the other element of fun fairs. That's why you see bouncing castles, horse riding, that whole excitement. So children come to one big green festival knowing that they will not only plant trees and understand environmental conservation, but they will have fun while they do that. Now, once you give children a chance to have fun and blossom, then they will enjoy and take in all the lessons that you give them.
Nothing can happen without some challenges. Very briefly, what kind of challenges have you faced?
The biggest challenges we have faced are the reach. It's an amazing project and people love it, and you occasionally get people telling you, can you come to Maracha, can you come to Arua, which is in the North or West Nile or stuff like that. And you can't run to all these places either with problems with fundings and logistics, but we are telling them that even when we haven't come as yet, start the little movement and we'll come and join you there. So it is the growth of seedlings, the nursery beds, and the logistics of trekking across the whole country.
It's a great job you're doing. I wish I could join you guys when you're in one of these kind of campaigns.
We'll plant a tree for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Masembe. Joseph Masembe is Executive Director, My Kid is a Superstar, and Little Hands Go Green.
Enjoy.